This is Talking Sports with Ty. We are back with another episode. And you know what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about my guys, my 76ers, who are still without Joe Embiid, who have only lost one game. We're going to get into it. My Sixers are 10-2 the last 12 games. They lost one game without Joel Embiid. My Sixers are still out here dominating, balling, cooking like sausage in the pan. Simple as that. We still out here doing our thing. We did lose our last game, but before that, we were on a winning streak. And we are going to lose some games. It is the NBA. Teams are competitive. There's good. We lost to the Clippers, Los Angeles Clippers, and the Clippers are a very good team. They won the top 5 teams that's competing for a championship this year. So it was a respectful loss for you know, you can respect us losing against the Clippers and not. Clippers have 2 superstars. 2. Clippers, they got one superstar and another B-plus star in Paul George. But Kawhi Leonard is he's one of the top 4 or 5 best players in the league. So it's always going to be hard to go against a team with players like that, and we still missing our best player, which is Joel Embiid. But Joel Embiid may be back this Saturday. This Saturday, Joel Embiid may be back starting center for the Philadelphia 76ers. I can't wait. And for real, let me tell y'all something. He still got the chance to win this MVP. He still got a chance to win this MVP. Because with LeBron going out a few games ago, it's still up in the air. So if Embiid can come back, dominate like he can, he might get it. Embiid might get it. He might still get MVP this year. But the only thing that's him being out so many games, that's the only thing that's going to hold him back. So we'll see what happens, because he probably, knowing his history, Joel probably will miss a few more games for until the rest of the year. He might still miss 5 more games. So with him missing that amount of games, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But maybe. I don't know. We'll see, man. You know, NBA been a little weird the last few years. This COVID and all that stuff. So Embiid may win MVP this year. We'll see. If the Sixers can stay number 1, anything's possible. Sixers can stay number 1. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that go. But let's talk about a few things that have been going on. Last 2 games, Dwight Howard got ejected the last 2 games. What the fuck? The Dwight, what the fuck, man? You are a veteran. You're supposed to be our veteran presence. When Embiid out the games, you're supposed to be there. Like, come on, Dwight, you can't be getting put out the games on childish stuff with Montrezl Harrell. Like, getting put, like, pushing and shoving. I understand you want to be aggressive, you want to be physical. You're a Hall of Famer. You feel like people should give you respect, but you play too much. I understand. You play too much. You can't be out there playing. We need you. It's not like you got Embiid that's there. He's hurt right now. So we need you to be in the games, Dwight. And he apologized. He know he got to do better. But come on, not 2 games in a row, Dwight. That's crazy. That's real crazy, especially when we need you. Come on, Dwight. We need you right now. At least until Embiid come back. We traded our other center to bring in George Hill. We're going to get into that. But we traded our center, our starting center for right now. We traded to him. And so we need you, Dwight. So just cut that out, man. I know you got to do better, but you got to do better. I know what you know, but you got to do it. So get out there and show us. Now, the Sixers trade deadline passed. A lot of moves and a lot of moves throughout the NBA. But the Sixers brought in George Hill. George Hill, a solid veteran. I don't know if the Sixers are going to start him because he hasn't played yet, or if he's going to come off the bench to run with the second unit. But either way, it's good with me. I think he's going to come off the second unit because I think the starter solidified. I think we only lost like 1 game or 2 games maybe once we have all our starters playing. So I don't know if we should mess with the starting lineup. unless it's an injury or something. So I think George Hill should just come off the bench and run with the second unit, take a lot of pressure off of Shake Milton. I think that's the good move. I think that's a smart move because George Hill is a solid defender. He shoots 38% for his career. His career numbers are 11, 3, and 3. That's perfect off the bench. If you can do that off the bench in 20 minutes, give us 10, 3, and 3, defend well, and hit that three-pointer, it's going to be a great addition to the Philadelphia 76ers, man. I'm happy we got him because that's what we needed. We needed veteran help off that bench. Because even if he closed out some games because Steph Curry may be struggling defensively, if we can get George Hill just to be defensive and be solid at those moments, man, that's going to be great. So that's a good, smart pickup, good trade. Even though we gave up Tony Bradley, which was he was a good-looking, potential having player. But sometimes you got to get them up to get veterans, especially if you're trying to compete for a championship. So I'm happy we got him. I think that's really all we need. We wanted Larry Nance Jr., which would have been a good piece off the bench, and like that would have been a real nice piece. Because Mike Scott, man, Mike Scott been looking bad recently. He been looking real bad. So they probably still gonna try to find somebody, but we might not be able to get nobody. I think Mike Scott gonna come through in the playoffs if he gets some burn. If he gets some time in the playoffs, he might not get no time in the playoffs by the time we get there, but we'll see because the Sixers also signed Paul Reed, like a two-way guy from the D League or the G League now. They also signed him, so he's a potential guy that may be able to do a couple little things, different things for us. He definitely brings the energy. He's like a hype guy. I think he won D League or G League MVP, so they might got somebody they can build on or be a backup for Embiid in the future. So let's just keep an eye on that. But he probably ain't gonna get too much time once everybody's healthy. He's gonna be like, a 21 blowout player. Once we cooking, he'll get in there. Embiid out. Embiid still out. Like I said, Embiid may be back Saturday. So I got my hopes up. He'll be back Saturday. But the Sixers are still number 1 in the East. The last power ranking that came out, the Sixers are number 3. So they rank us the 3rd best team in the league right now with Joel being out. And he about to come back. So y'all in trouble, man. The league is still in trouble. I know the Nets brought in LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin. None of them dudes can see Embiid. So, but the Nets are going to be tough, man. I'm still worried about KD, Harden, and Kyrie. They the main threats. So, but I'm gonna tell y'all now, KD, I don't know. He hasn't played in like almost 2 months now. So I don't know. If KD not healthy, I'm not worried about the Nets. We can get past Harden and Kyrie. We got defenders that can stick Harden and Kyrie. We just can keep throwing waves of defenders at them. I think we can slow them down. But KD in the mix, man, that's the problem. Because you can't stop KD. I mean, you can't stop none of these players. But KD trying to stop all 3 at the same time is going to be a big, big problem. But I think we can do it. We still got the defenders to do it, to slow them down. It's just, can we score on the pace that they can score? Because they have court. It's what they do. They eat and die. They live and die with that mid-range, creating they shot type thing, get to the hole. All 3 of them can kill you in every spot on the floor. Like, it don't matter where any of them at, they can make a bucket. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be tough. Nets are gonna be tough. That's the only team I'm really worried about. I feel like if we see anybody in the West, I feel like we can beat them. But the Nets is gonna be a problem. So if we don't beat the Nets win the championship. Most likely, yeah. Nets gonna probably win. If they get past us, I don't think nobody. And if they got to be healthy. If KD not there, no. All 3 of them got to be healthy, and they got to be clicking. Boop, boop. They got to be clicking, man. For real. Let's see what else. Miami got Victor Oladipo. The Nets brought in LaMarcus Aldridge, like I said. The Lakers brought in Andre Drummond as a buyout free agent. none of these moves really, they don't really do nothing for me. We'll see. We'll see how it go. I don't know how Andre Drummond going to work with the Lakers, especially with LeBron and AD not being there. So once they all come back, we can see how that go. The Nets with LaMarcus Aldridge, I don't know. LaMarcus pretty old. Actually, LaMarcus Aldridge probably should have went to LA. I don't know. And Drummond should have went to the Nets. I don't know. But neither of them do it for me. Drummond probably going to have a bigger role, of course. He probably going to start in LA with the Lakers. Drummond probably going to start. But I don't know. I mean, Drummond, I got to see it from Drummond. Like Drummond, I seen him on Detroit all them years, Embiid cooking him. And, you know, he grabbed a lot of rebounds. He can get you 20 every once in a while. But I don't know if he can create his own shots like that. He's like a hooper, which is going to be good with the Lakers because LeBron can do that and pass the ball. So, he'll be good. He's going to be solid with the Lakers. Anybody around Bron, I could average, 15. If I played with Bron, he's going to get it to me. You know, I'm Ty Curry out there, but that's beside the point. But that don't really. The Clippers got Rondo, and I think that's a good move because Rondo's a baller, especially when the playoff times come, and especially with Kawhi and Paul George. I really think they my favorites to come out the West right now, especially with LeBron and AD being hurt. Right today, the Clippers are my favorites, especially with Rondo, because Rondo's a baller, straight baller. And I appreciate Rondo game, man, because he got like a real point guard. I definitely appreciate that. Let's see, anything else? Sixers play the Nuggets tomorrow, so tune into that. That's going to be a good game. It's going to be tough to play Jokic without Embiid, so Jokic might go off. They a tough team, so it's going to be hard to beat them. And we on the road still. We still on that on our road trip. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to beat the Nuggets, especially on the road, especially without Embiid. And they got Aaron Gordon now, another trade move from this past deadline. So they're going to be tough. They definitely going to be tough. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because we can beat anybody. We still can beat anybody. But it's going to be tough with Jokic, man, because he's dominating that center. That ass. And let's see, what else, man? We got the Cavs after that. And we got the Cavs after that. That's still on the road. Then we back at home against the Timberwolves. We get to see Anthony Edwards, the rookie. So that should be cool. That's a home game, so that's probably a W because we don't really lose too many of those. But that's really it, man. Y'all stay tuned. Like and subscribe and have a good day. Oh, I'm in AC too, so wish me luck. Hopefully I can win some money tonight, some little roulette table or something like that, a little slot work. But wish me some luck. Have a good day. Stay out of trouble. Peace.